Your lies have been exposed to the world multiple times, right? You didn't expect Miss Moss to agree to testify that never happened, did you?
Incorrect. I know how many people will come out of the woodwork to be in support of Johnny.
So you think Miss Moss needs to come out of the woodwork to testify for Mr. Depp?
9 times Camila Vasquez destroyed Amber Heard in cross-examination. These are 9 times Johnny Depp's lawyer, Camila Vasquez, has made a mockery out of Amber Heard's testimony. What does it mean for the trial? Is Camila secretly jealous of Amber? Does she have a personal vendetta, or is she doing it solely as a lawyer? Keep watching to find out.
Do you recall?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
What?
Objection, leading.
Do you have?
No. Objection, Your Honor.
Is the black?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation, leading.
Amber Heard received pointed cross-examination from Depp attorney Camila Vasquez after testifying that her Washington Post op-ed was about her, not Johnny Depp, in an attempt to undermine Heard's credibility in the eyes of the jury.
It's about me. It's about what happened to me after Johnny. It's about what happened to me after I escaped my marriage. It's about me and my life and what I endured once I moved on and got a TRO and moved on with my life. It was about what happened to me after. The only one who made it about him, ironically, is Johnny.
Heard then testified about 3 statements made by former Depp lawyer Adam Waldman, which are at the heart of her defamation countersuit. Waldman was noted in one of the articles as referring to Heard's sexual violence hoax facts. Heard spoke about the anguish she felt when her accusations were dismissed as false.
It's torture. It's torturous. I want you to have to do that. I want to move on with my life. I have a baby. I want to move on. I want to move on. I want Johnny to move on too. I want him to leave me alone.
In the first instance, cross-examination saw Vasquez probing an emotionless Heard about why Depp hadn't made an eye contact with her during the trial.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
Then played a tape in which Depp had vowed that after they divorced, "You will not see my eyes again." After that dramatic tone setter, Vasquez pressed Heard on a number of statements she'd made in direct evidence regarding injuries she said she'd sustained at Depp's hands. Heard claimed that Depp smashed her nose, split her lip, kneeled on her back, and smacked her in the face so many times that she lost count. Heard also admitted that she couldn't remember a period when Depp didn't have a ring on every finger. Then the second instance of Vasquez exposing Amber came when Vasquez proceeded to show photo after photo of Heard taking in the days following all of the alleged occurrences. Heard exhibited no evidence of bruising, swelling, or any kind of injury in them. Under cross-examination, the actor also claimed that she had no medical records for any of her injuries because she didn't seek medical help for any of them, even after she was reportedly raped with a liquor bottle, resulting in a vaginal hemorrhage.
What?
You testified that you were raped with a liquor bottle. In Australia during the 2015 making of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales plaintiff's attorney Camila Vasquez asked a clearly ruffled Heard at one point this afternoon in the lawyer's take no prisoners approach. "You bled from your vagina," Dupuis' lawyer added, quoting Heard's early testimony of sexual assault back to her and asking if she sought medical attention for the rape or took any photos. "I did not want to tell anyone," said Heard, who appeared to be lying. "I hated it. I hated it." She added later during her cross-examination of Depp's state of mind and the several images she took of him unconscious, either asleep or on the nod. So here we see the Amber stories and not adding up for the third time under cross-examination from Camila Vasquez. In the fourth example, Brown verdicts Vasquez pressed her to explain why in the late 2016 audio clip the actress also seemed to taunt Depp to tell the world that he was the mistreated one in their relationship, not her, with short and pointed questions and a now more often looking up Depp watching.
Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And
Yes.
it's a fair fight.
Heard pushed back, "I was saying it because he was a man who beat me up for 5 years. I could never hurt Johnny," says Heard. In the fifth instance of Camila destroying Amber, Vasquez attempted to discredit Heard's emotional testimony from today and early May in a deliberate move to cast the witness in an increasingly harsh light. To that aim, she began by citing incidents such as the March of 2013 event in which Depp hit you several times and the 2015 incident in Tokyo. Vasquez chastised Heard for the lack of bruises, cuts, and more in many of the images taken around at the time of the violence she claims Depp inflicted on her, as he did practically all of the alleged acts of violence that were shot and submitted in the case.
You would agree that there are no bruises or visible marks on your back in this picture?
No, not that I could see.
In another example, the 6th to be precise, Heard was questioned about why she didn't appear to be showing any signs of the violent abuse she claims the Pirates of the Caribbean actor battered her with, as evidenced by photos from various film and industry events during her marriage to Depp and a 2015 clip from James Corden's CBS Late Night Show.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard?
That's why I'm wearing makeup.
And makeup covers up swelling, right?
Makeup will not cover up swelling. Ice will, though.
Ice will cover up swelling?
Ice reduces swelling.
Heard said calmly, referring to the power of well-applied makeup. Disputes about Heard's bruises have periodically come up in court, and earlier this week, numerous digital forensic specialists testified about the legitimacy of Heard's images showing bruises on her face and arms. Several of the images Heard supplied as evidence of bruises purportedly caused to her by Depp were placed via editing software, according to Norbert Brian Neumeister, an expert testifying for Depp's side. One photo showed a bruise on Heard's arm, and Neumeister said that all 3 files don't match forensically, and all had to go through some type of transformation to change sizes. Clearly, Camille was onto something, wasn't she? During cross-examination, Camille exposed Amber for the 7th time when she investigated the actress's disputed assertion that she donated her 2016 $7 million divorce settlement to charity, which she had received all of by October 2018, was punctuated by a number of "I don't know" and "I don't recall" answers from Heard.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
Vasquez explained to an uneasy but accepting Heard, as the lawyer reeled off charges that the actress desired Depp's money and favorable press.
I have never wanted to be seen as a victim.
Heard added,
I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
In an astonishing 8th instance, Vasquez once again found a hole in Amber's story. Vasquez correctly noted that Heard had all of the $7 million nearly 6 months before her ex-husband sued her in March 2019, implying that she was not inhibited by legal concerns during that time. The lawyer also read and played public statements by Heard in which she stated that she donated all of her money to the organizations. Vasquez again showed off her talent at being a lawyer. When Depp's self-admitted drug use was brought up, the two sparred about whether the actress caught the actor using cocaine. Things became very finely poised when Heard had to respond to Vasquez's demand to know why there wasn't any residue on the tidy table, which was centered on a widely known photo of a table in one of the couple's apartments with numerous lines of the drug carved out on it. In an amazing 9th display, Vasquez tricked Amber Heard into exposing herself.
You were not called upon to provide a detailed accounting of all physical and sexual abuse by Mr. Depp until February 2020. Is that correct?
I testified that I had not been able to do so until February 2020 outside of the context of a Cole deposition.
Actually, I misspoke. February 2022, this year.
Right, sorry, I did the same thing we did.
Okay.
Many on the internet questioned the significance of Vasquez tricking her, to which many responded that it raises doubts in the jury members' minds about Heard's testimony. Heard's credibility with the jury is on the line, according to California attorney Jeff Lewis, who spoke to Newsweek recently. Camille definitely seems very motivated to proving Amber a liar in front of the jury, and so far she's been doing an excellent job in our view. Is it perhaps motivated by a fondness for Johnny, or is it just her doing her role? We can't say for sure. Let's look at what the internet thinks. One user tweeted, Camille Vasquez just got Amber Heard to admit on the stand not once but twice that she wrote the op-ed and it was about Johnny. This is a defamation case about that op-ed. Heard failed the assignment. Another user was of the opinion that someone remind Camille Vasquez she's a real lawyer, not just playing one on TV. Despite spending more time watching lawyer shows than prepping, should know antagonizing, voicing over, scoffing, laughing is not appropriate court behavior, especially referencing abuse. Hashtag I stand with Amber Heard.
This is the man I loved, Yes, it was awful at times, but I loved him and what he
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
That is all we'll have time to cover in this video. What do you guys think? Do you think Amber is lying and Camille Vasquez has exposed her completely? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.